We're gonna be in that seat for 2 hours.
Yeah.
Why extend it? It's not like it's a comfortable seat.
So I'm convinced that those are the type of people who get married, right? The one who wants to be at the airport 19 hours early, and the person who wants to stroll through security at the last possible second. Don't even get me started with that.
Hey guys, welcome back to Professional Weekenders YouTube channel. Today we're in Chiang Mai, Thailand, and today we are flying VietJet Airlines from Chiang Mai to Phuket. It's about a 2-hour flight, so we're going to find out what it's like to fly VietJet, a Vietnam Airlines, domestically here in Thailand. And today we're flying SkyBoss, the highest level of priority. So if you want to find out what it's like, then you're in the right place. So stick around, hit that subscribe button, and let's go.
Let's go.
Flashback.
Alright, so 2 vlogs ago, I busted my you-know-what as I was walking down the Watt steps, and my whole foot is now black and blue. And it's also the same foot that I jacked up on the jet ski. So, say a prayer for your girl. I'm gonna need it today.
You don't even want to see my foot.
Yeah, so what happened to your foot?
My toe looks like a grape.
And how could we have avoided that?
Wore water shoes. God, I wish I would have worn water shoes.
More because you're tired of me reminding you, or because your toe hurts?
Both, yeah. We got a lot of walking and a lot of exploring left to do, and it kind of, slowing me down a little bit.
Okay. Hi room. Bye, beautiful balcony. I'm sad we're leaving. I'm sad we're leaving.
Yeah.
Chiang Mai was awesome. On to Phuket.
End of flashback.
Alright, so Lewis is not going to divorce me this time because we are actually underweight for this flight in terms of our luggage. So, should be a good time. Thank goodness for SkyBoss. There's a lot of people. There's a lot of people in this airport. That alone was worth the upgrade, I think.
I have to check. I'll look at the receipt and see how much difference it makes. But I mean, it wasn't a lot, but it was significant.
Yeah. All right. So we're going. Yeah. So we have these Viet Jet Boss priority sticker.
SkyBoss.
SkyBoss.
We're the boss of the skies.
Yeah. And then we can put one on our check bar on our.
Yeah, so that way we can board early if we want.
Ah,
so
okay.
That's our get on the plane early.
Okay.
But yes, check-in was super easy, especially with SkyBoss. People that don't have SkyBoss,
they're waiting.
Waiting a while. And this thing closes 45 minutes beforehand.
Yeah.
So worth it for the stress to get through there.
Sure.
Our SkyBoss is supposed to come with
lounge access.
Although unfortunately it doesn't seem like they have a lounge here. She says we can go upstairs and get some cola.
Okay.
So we'll go check that out, see what it is.
Why not?
But yeah, let's get through security.
Yep. One thing I have found interesting about both Asia Airlines and Viet Jet Airlines is that typically in the U.S. you drop your bags when you check in. Here you don't do that.
So what's really interesting thing about Thailand here is that they have this added, I think you already kind of covered it, the added layer of security. You have to watch your bags go through. In Bangkok we completely missed that because it was a separate area. Here they got really nice signs on the road, on the ground, almost like a roadway telling you where to go, and you just go over and stand and watch it. Makes it super easy.
Alright guys, we're gonna head on up and check out the cola that we get. So sorry that you're not gonna get a lounge access, babe.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, Lewis promised me a lounge today. So what about that? Alright guys, made it. So that was probably the easiest security check-in I've ever been through. We're gonna go find the place where we can get a free soda, because why not? Part of me thinks it's because we had SkyBoss. If you've had a different experience flying VietJet, let us know. Comment down below. Oh, and while you're at it, go ahead and subscribe because we're awesome.
So we're at the end of the airport here where the check-in lady had told us that this is where we need to go in order to get our free sodas or whatever from the SkyBoss, but I mean, there's just a couple shops here. I think there's maybe a translation issue there where I don't think they're free sodas. I think she basically was just telling us we could go and buy sodas or drinks or whatever we wanted here. So it looks like if you're flying VietJet SkyBoss out of Chiang Mai, you don't get any lounge access or any extra drinks or food while you're in the airport. But we do get a meal on the flight, so gonna have that. We didn't have breakfast today, running a little late. Not sure why.
Bruh, don't come for me. Listen, I'm saying it's a win because I was able to get, there's no extra, I hit the luggage limit.
We were over again.
You waited. How were we over?
Their scale was heavier than mine. We were 1.5 kilos over.
Don't come for me, bro.
I know our backpacks are over too, and they're supposed to be 7 kilos. We're at like 8 or 9. But anyways, they let us go through. Just pay that extra money. They don't really care so much. So no hassle, no muss, no fuss. On to gate 4. Let's get boarded.
So there are definitely some options here in terms of like food and snacks and stuff. But I would recommend maybe getting something before you come through security. I think there's not many options for like seating, and it's a little bit more cramped on this than it is outside of security. So just fun fact. Okay, so I think there was a little translation issue, which is totally fine. We were actually able to get into the Coral Lounge with our SkyBoss access. So Louis is going to get some snacks, and it's a super cute little lounge. So the attendant here found us in the terminal. She's like, oh no, you actually do have Sky Priority or SkyBoss access. So we were able to hang out in the Coral Lounge. It was pretty cool. The Thai people have been so generous and nice to us. So very cool. Like she actually found us in the terminal. Like who does that? In America, they're just like, oh sorry, you were told the wrong information. Better luck next time. So pretty cool. I'm so glad we got here.
Yeah, so we got some waffles and some croissants, different snacks, all the drinks that you could possibly want. Well, some yogurt and watermelon and stuff. All right. So apparently we do get lounge access. So there's a lounge here. It's listed as a priority pass lounge. Yeah. So options are a little limited, but for free, yeah, you can't really complain, or at least included. Yeah. They do have waffles. You can heat those up. Croissants. They don't have any syrup. I don't know if that's they just. Very American of you. Yeah. So they have butter and jam. So we're gonna try a waffle with butter and jam.
All right. Time lunch was too short, but had a good time. Posted some things on Instagram. Yeah, heading to the gate. So. Honey, what do you think of the lounge?
Yeah, so the lounge was actually really nice, super cute. It was like a little French style, I don't know, villa or something. Bistro? Chateau.
Bistro?
Bistro. Yeah, really small, kind of limited, but for an airport like this size, I thought it was fantastic. Definitely a nice little added bonus perk. We got some water, some drinks, a little bit of food. Now we're gonna go hop on our flight, which is, even though we're going one end of the airport to the other, it's like a 2-minute walk.
All right, so fun fact about me and Louis. We have very different travel styles. I'm a little more of a nervous flyer than he is. So even though they haven't called our flight yet, and the last plane...
We've never missed a flight.
No, I know.
We've come close, but we haven't missed one.
So, like I said, I'm a nervous flyer. Not nervous when I'm in the air, and it's not flying. It's just the anxiety around, am I gonna miss a flight? Am I at the right gate? Like, it's just, I just like to be there in front of the gate when it's ready, because I don't want to miss it. So, he on the other hand, and I love him for this, a little bit more flying by the seat of his pants. He is totally fine being the last person on the flight, provided we don't have a carry-on bag. Now, I like to be board. I like to board when my zone is called.
Well, when we get a premium seat, it's better to get on there a little earlier.
Yeah.
I mean, so typically, at least like in the U.S., North America, you're gonna have like a dedicated area for your carry-ons. But I noticed, at least on the last flight, that many people were just getting on and putting their bags right in the first class. Well, it wasn't really first class, but
and the
premium seats up front.
Bulkheads, yes.
So since we're sitting in row 1 with a bulkhead, we really need that overhead space.
Yeah, 'cause we're not gonna have a spot for our bags.
So we want to make sure we get on the plane first to get a spot for our bags.
Yeah, so it's just funny how we have just different styles. And he's flown obviously a lot more than I have because he traveled for work. But it's just interesting how he is totally fine, typically being the last one on the flight, and I want to be kind of towards the first.
Yeah, as long as you don't have carry-on, why? We're going to be in that seat for 2 hours.
Yeah.
Why extend it? It's not like it's a comfortable seat.
So I'm convinced that those are the type of people who get married, right? The one who wants to be at the airport 19 hours early, and the person who wants to stroll through security at the last possible second. Don't even get me started with that.
And those who want to set the thermostat at 68, and those who want to set the thermostat at 80.
And they marry each other. That's what it is. So it's called balance, right? It's called balance.
Our flight just arrived. All right, so directly straight ahead, that's the plane that's going to take us to Phuket. I cannot find any information on this flight, what type of airplane this is. If you know in the comments, let me know. guessing maybe a Boeing 737 or maybe an Airbus A320. Something around those lines. I'm not entirely sure. If you know, let me know. Otherwise, I guess we'll probably find out in the seatback card when we get on the plane. So they did say that our flight's going to board in about 10 minutes, but they said if you're flying SkyBoss to come check in to the front desk. So we did, and walked up and told SkyBoss. They just asked how many people, and then they let us sit like right up front. We're right next to where like the monks sit.
Oh, really? Oh, you're right. Yeah. And so there's two things I want to add to the list of things that we've noticed since being in Thailand. If there's three things. If there's a line, everyone queues. Everyone gets behind each other. Every time. Second thing is in the airport, typically in the US, the chairs kind of face each other to have the conversation. Here, all of the chairs face one direction.
Everybody wants to see the view of the mountains and the airplane.
That's fair, but I've never been in an airport where that's the case. Typically, it's they're facing each other.
A bit more like we're at the DMV.
Yeah. And then the third thing I've noticed is that how efficient the transportation is here. And that when we were on the subway in Bangkok, no one was talking. Everyone was listening to music or had their headphones on or were looking up at their phones. No one was really loud and obnoxious like you would see in the US. So it's interesting.
Even when you're squished in there and their face is right in your armpit, they're still not saying anything to you.
They're still not saying anything. They might be thinking some things, but they're definitely not saying anything. So
they're just thinking, I'm glad this big American's wore deodorant today.
Yeah. True.
Viet Jet is the airline that caused a bit of a stir, a bit of a ruckus a few years ago when they had some of their flight attendants dressing in bikinis in very conservative countries. So they stopped that practice now, but just so you know. This could be a fun ride. I heard that they sing karaoke.
You're putting me on a flight where I have to sing karaoke.
No, the flight attendants sing karaoke.
You were just hoping to see some ladies in bikinis. That's what it is. We're going to Phuket for 2 weeks, and he wanted to give a little pregame in on bikini wearing ladies.
Get in where you fit in, I guess. Here we go down the jet bridge. So super easy. First one's in line. They even, since we were in priority seating, they're just like, come over here.
Now.
Yeah, before they even announce it. So
yeah, pretty cool.
Pretty neat, yeah.
Yeah, you were literally the first one on the plane, honey. Literally the first one.
Yeah.
The captain may not even be here yet.
You know why we're the first ones on the plane? Because we're the SkyBoss.
Okay, so take us through a day in the life of the boss. Well, the first thing I do is talk to corporate, approve memos, lead a workshop, remember birthdays.
We're the boss of the skies.
Okay, all right, let's go.
So our SkyBoss was also supposed to entitle us to private transportation to the plane. So since we're using the Sky Bridge, I guess we just get to stand here in the Sky Bridge.
Sounds okay.
Yeah, so no, I think normally it's a separate bus. Maybe on departure we'll see.
Okay.
Or arrival. Maybe on arrival.
Yeah, that's right here.
We are right next to the boarding doors, so we have tons of leg room, like 4 feet of leg room. So far this is pretty nice.
Yeah, for sure.
We'll see if anybody sits there in the middle. So a normal flight for this is about $100 per person. In order to fly SkyBoss, it's double that. It's $200 per person for one way. But that's really not bad. Try flying one way in the US for $200 on a carrier, I guess, other than, if you fly Spirit or something, you could. But
well, plus you get lounge access, you get priority boarding.
So yeah, you get all that extra. Yeah, you get lounge access, you get priority boarding, you get priority check-in, you get the bigger seat, more leg room up front. Yeah, so it's all part of the package. Your luggage is included. That base fare doesn't include luggage. So we get 30 kilos of luggage. Yes, 60. Yeah, so 66 pounds. Quite a bit of extras. So by the time if you were to piecemeal all that together, you're probably talking about $50 extra.
Okay, so Line Order 2 would like to thank you for flying with us today, and we wish you a pleasant flight.
getting the chicken curry, Thai spicy basil chicken fried rice, crab veggie rice, chicken teriyaki with rice, chicken noodle with herbs, and then the Renaissance chicken lasagna.
And we're going with the spicy basil chicken fried rice.
Okay, cool.
What are you gonna get?
Yeah. Someone is very comfy. And then
So also too, I did find out this is an Airbus A320. I thought it was either the 320 or the 737. I wasn't sure. I think I said 330 at the airport because that's what we saw yesterday. But with the SkyBoss, you do get a entree selection that's included. They typically have desserts, although on this flight they seem to be sold out. You do get a snack. So Christine got the brownie bites, which I was hoping she was going to get the M&Ms because I wanted the brownie bites. It's all right. And then typically you get drinks too, but they are all out of drinks today. Yeah, so we just get water. And then they have a number of selections available if you want to purchase. If you want to moonlight as a flight attendant. Yeah, so they're out of lasagna, so Christine's getting noodles. Seems like they're out of a number of different things on the flight, surprisingly. So the meal is served. I got the spicy chicken with rice. Came with the water. Tray table is rather small, so it's basically just for food. All right, so we're gonna give it a shot. It's pretty tasty. Yeah, definitely a bit of spice. It's good.
got water.
I like it. All right, so they ran out of more snacks. So what we got crispy pineapple chips for me, and Christine got sour cream and cheese Pringles.
Sour cream and onion.
Sour cream and onion Pringles. Definitely pressurized.
Yeah. I wonder if they don't get the chocolate because of the heat here.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, they did have one sweet snack that she tried off for me.
It was like a mochi. I don't know if you had it.
Yeah, I had no idea what it was, so I was like, I'll take the pineapples. I've never had pineapple chips either, so I like pineapple. Try it.
Let's see if this SkyBoss thing actually got our bags open earlier. Maybe? What do you think?
We should be the first ones off.
Should be. Luz is funny. He's he kept calling himself the SkyBoss because he thinks he's the SkyBoss. You guess maybe he's the lady SkyBoss? SkyBoss 1? Call him SkyBoss 2? Alright, I know your mic's not on, but literally the first 2 bags off the plane.
I'm the boss.
Yes, he thinks he's the boss. I'm the boss. I just don't think he's the boss. Isn't that what marriage is? Just each person constantly thinking that the other is the boss. The other is not the boss, and that the person thinking that there are the boss is the boss. Let me know down below. What's interesting is they actually have a recommended taxi fare of what it should cost based on where you're going. It's pretty cool.
So we're going to Kata Beach. Kata, 1,000.
Okay, so our first stop is Kata Beach and it should be 1,000 baht, which is like what, 30 bucks?
Yeah, around $30. Yeah.
That's not bad. It's like an hour and 10.
Hour. Yeah.
Okay.
Honestly, I bet you Bolt's probably going to be cheaper than that, so we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
All right, guys, so here's your pro tips for flying VietJet from Chiang Mai to Phuket with SkyBoss. Number 1 is, if you can, book row 1, seats A through C, because you're going to get the most leg room. Although if you do have A with the window seat, you're going to have a little bit of space taken out because of the door is in your way, but you can still stretch out beyond that. Pro tip number 2 is, in Chiang Mai, be sure to take advantage of the lounge. There was a little bit of confusion whether or not we could get in there, but you absolutely can, and you can definitely get a nice relaxing place to wait. The airport's very small, it's very crowded, a lot of flights coming and going, so that was a great little oasis in that airport. where we could get a few drinks and things and chill out and wait for our flight. Pro tip number 3 is don't get your hopes up about having all the food and all the snacks on the flight. While we did eat plenty and definitely full from the flight, a number of things that we had ordered were not available at the time, and we had to pick our second or even third options in some cases. So if that does happen, just be respectful. You know it's not the flight attendant's fault. I'm sure there's something else on the menu that you can find that's really good, and maybe you'll try something new. Christine really enjoyed those pineapple chips. I had ordered for myself. I didn't particularly like them, so we ended up swapping. I got her Pringles, she got my pineapple chips. So she enjoyed it. That's going to do it for today. Remember, like, share, comment, subscribe. Let us know in the comments below. Have you ever flown Thai VietJet? What was that like for you? Did you enjoy the experience? We'd love to hear about it in the comments below. Hit that subscribe button. And with that being said, we're out of here, and we'll see you next weekend.
You said Thai VietJet.
It is Thai VietJet.
It is Thai VietJet?
Yeah. So VietJet is the overall company. When it flies domestically in Thailand, it's called Thai VietJet.
Oh, okay. That's cool. Okay, I didn't know that.
Flight, so we're going to find out what it's like. Hey, try again. Start over again.
It was bad.
Number 2 is the lounge. Oh, okay. Well, we need one more though.
Oh. Alright, you talk.
Alright.
Hello. Too close.